Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. And as teams are grinding through their schedules, let's see how it's going out east. You take a look at Toronto. So far, this hasn't been the season they were hoping for, and time is of the essence. And, of course, the Detroit Pistons right behind them, just one spot down. So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Quickly and Barrett, they're the backcourt duo. Jakob Poeltl out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Ingram in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Pistons, Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. And it's Duren in at the 5, down low. Well, Brennan, this one tonight, you got two teams that have struggled to find any sort of confidence.
You're right, B.A., and the thing that you want most is to find out where inspiration is going to come from. You don't want to rely on your coaching staff and use the coach's verbiage to get you going. Some player is going to stand up and stand out tonight, and like a weather vane, things can just shift, and with a win here tonight, a team could go on a little bit of a roll to reestablish some of their confidence for the rest of the season.
Now here's Barrett. Boucher outside. Three-pointer. Hits the trifecta.
And coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Ivy against Barrett. And here's Ivy. Pass to Thompson. Here's Duren. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Now the Raptors with it. It's a three-point game. Outside Barrett. Pass to Poeltl. Takes a 13-footer. Detroit with a rebound. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
It's just so difficult to win when you waste as many chances at the line as they did.
Yeah, it's not always just about free throw shooting, but it can be a large factor and disrupt your confidence.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons. Harris down low, covered by Poeltl. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
One shot.
Capable of playing both the 3 and 4 spots, Harris's versatility is his greatest strength.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, J.B. Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. We got to talking about Brandon Ingram, and I asked how Coach thought they might limit him tonight. Coach told me, well, there's nothing we can do about his size and his length, so we're hoping just to frustrate him and keep him off balance by getting up in his business and contesting shots. Hopefully that plan pans out for them, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Well, Brent, the 23-24 Pistons tied an NBA record by losing 23 straight. One bright spot, however, was Jalen Duren.
Well, a bright spot, B.A., would be that you wouldn't mention that again. So let's just forget about that and put it behind us. But Jalen Duren did have some moments. He averaged a double-double that season at just 20 years of age. So sky is still the limit for this young, big, physical player.
And it's Cunningham missing.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Outside Barrett. That's tipped. Pass to Boucher. Quickly against Duren. The 3, Barrett. The Pistons clear it.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Now here's Harris. Thompson, a screen on Boucher. Harris with it, and it's Boucher picking him up. Blocked!
That's RJ coming in and locked in to get the block.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter, and it's Cunningham missing.
That's got to frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. That'll send Emmanuel quickly to the free throw line. It's going to be on Jaden Ivey. Brent, we've seen Quickly step up as a team leader since he came into the league.
Well, he's had tremendous confidence in what it is that he brings to a basketball team from the very beginning. It's taken him a little bit of time to gain that in the NBA setting, but he is now asserting himself as a floor general.
The free throw drops for Quickly, and during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickly's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Grant.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
Now here's Ivey. 17 points for him last game against Golden State.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Pass to Barrett. Boucher a screen on Ivey. Boucher outside. Barrett up top. Ivey defends. Barrett can't hit.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
And here's Cunningham outside. Drains the triple.
Good instincts from Cade that time. He has the shot all picked out, so why waste time? Let it rip.
The Raptors have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. Boucher a screen on Ivey. Barrett into the lane. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And games like that are backbreakers. To be so close to victory but let it slip away is frustrating.
Well, you want to respond in kind, but that last game, it was an effort that most of the time can get you a win. They ran into a tough opponent who was playing at a high level.
Now here's Ingram. He did not look good in their loss to the Cavaliers the other night. Pass to Quickly. 5 on the clock. From the line. The shot by Ingram, no good. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And here's Cunningham. And the shot is good. Harris making the play. Cunningham's got 5 now.
And that's some force coming from your 6'7", 6'8" point guard. That's tough to stop.
Toronto trailing. Outside Barrett. Boucher a screen on Ivey. Barrett passes to Boucher. And yep, it's good. 5 points in the game.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
The Pistons have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Here's Cunningham. 5 points in the game. Duran with a screen on Quickly. Here's Cunningham. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And Cade really navigating that pick and roll to perfection.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Beasley's checked in for the Pistons. Dick, he's checked in for Toronto. In terms of 2 guards, these guys are putting in the work on the glass. R.J. Barrett is second.
I mean, think about it. These guards are willing to put on their hard hats and get physical on the glass. I mean, this kind of effort doesn't go unnoticed by teammates.
Well, the effort plays are very important. That's what these guys do. Like you said, the rebounds they provide from the off-guard spot can sometimes make the difference between winning or going home with your tail between your legs.
Now here's Dick. We saw him with 11 points in his last game.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Harris misses.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
From 15 feet away, Barrett can't hit.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Pirtle against Harris. Back to Beasley. Pass to Duran. Rebounded by Ingram. Toronto's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Yeah, RJ was going to score either through you or over you. That's a nice finish there.
And a homecoming of sorts for R.J. Barrett last season after being traded to his hometown Raptors.
Yeah, he's played well in Toronto. You wonder if the offseason helps him settle into where it is that he knows he's going to start this year. I really like his three-point shooting. That has been much improved in that Raptor uniform.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. Now that we're around the midway point of the season, Brent, what's something we should keep our eye on?
I think watching teams that had expectations of making deep runs, are they happy with their roster? And the other ones are, which of the teams are really close that are going to make decisions in terms of their front office to maybe make a roster change that puts them in a position they weren't expecting a few months ago.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now here's Quickly. Last game for him, he had 14. Dick with a miss. Detroit has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Cunningham passes to Duran. Quickly with a rebound. The Raptors shooting 33% in the first quarter. Here's Dick. Sinks it from distance.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
The Pistons trailing. Cunningham passes to Harris. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Dick. Inside, here's Ingram, and a slam dunk by Ingram.
And that's the way it should be. Ingram aggressive to the rack.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Ivy outside. Pass to Harris. And here's Cunningham outside. Rebound Toronto. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds tonight. Quickly outside. Back to Ingram. To the middle. Quickly passes to Ingram. Over Harris. The shot by Ingram, no good. Pistons trail by 3. Ivy, right side. Some solid defense from Barrett. Ingram against Cunningham. Ingram, the pass to Quickly. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Quickly's got 6.
Well, Quickly can space out that floor for you. Knockdown three-point shooter.
And for the Pistons, they're shooting only 35% so far in this quarter. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. So both teams changing it up here. Sasser outside. Inside. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. And a chance here to check out some stats for R.J. Barrett.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
And Detroit making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Beasley, the pass to Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Duren. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Barrett can't hit.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages him to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Sasser, right side. Five to shoot. And here's Thompson for 3.
And the defense has been stifling early on.
Looking at the Raptors, Brent, things have not gone too smoothly since their 2019 championship.
Well, I felt like that championship roster was built just for that year, though, B.A. There wasn't a lot of, progression that was going to come from that. They went in, they got Kawhi, they won the championship, and now it's all about rebuilding their franchise in the style that they want to do it. They have one guy that they believe in Scotty Barnes, R.J. Barrett on the trade. And slowly and surely, they're going to start to put these pieces around to become a contender again.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. Reed's checked in for Duren. Here's Beasley. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. And that one's good.
Well, for a guy who does a lot of his work on the perimeter, Beasley gets into the painted area.
Raptors lead by 6. A minute 39 left to play in the first. Here's Dick. Pass to Shed. Six to shoot. Back to Robinson. Launches a 3. Beasley outside. Now here's Thompson. Out to Beasley. And he buries his first look.
Selfless play there by Thompson, recognizing when someone has a better look than he does.
Toronto's gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Barrett against Thompson. And he goes in for the dunk.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Here's Sasser. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Beasley outside. Pass to Reed. Thompson outside. 4 on the clock. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
They kept the game close, but made a lot of mistakes. And we heard about it from the coaching staff afterward.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
Eight seconds left in the first. Beasley outside. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Toronto Raptors leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped him build an advantage. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. You know, you take a look at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to try to feed that, get out quick.
Here's Shed, still without a bucket. They've got Malik Beasley, Thompson out there with Paul Reed. Then there's Marcus Sasser. That's the group for Detroit starting the second. To the inside, here's Boucher. Thompson with some nice D. The three is up. It's hauled in by Robinson.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Outside for Boucher. Buries it from 3. Boucher's got 8.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Pistons trail by 9. Beasley outside. Pass to Sasser. The three is up. No good. Toronto has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Boucher outside. Here's Shed. Outside Dick. Takes the 3. The rebound by Detroit. Reed's got 4 rebounds in the game. Oh, swiped away to the paint. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Now here's Sasser. No made baskets yet. All alone. Drained it for 2 points. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Well, if the Pistons are going to turn things around, Brent, it needs to start on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's part of it, B.A. It's not surprising that they've been in the bottom 5 defensively over the past couple years. And that's what happens when you pile up a bunch of young players who want to prove themselves. And by proving themselves, it usually starts on the offensive end. We'll see if these guys being together start to take some pride in stopping their opponents.
Raptors lead by 9. Here's Shed. He had 9 points in his last time out. Pass to Walter. Here's Shed. Misses the layup.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Thompson finds Beasley. Sasser outside. And here is Thompson. Beasley for 3. Walter pulls it in. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Shed. From 20 feet. The rebound by Detroit. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
The Raptors with a lead. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Pass to Walter. Just 5 to shoot and out of bounds. Detroit will have it. And let's take a look at some of the players we expect to participate in this year's dunk contest. Always an exciting event.
Yeah, year after year, these guys find new ways to innovate and stun the judges. It's remarkable stuff.
You look at Thompson, coming in at 5th in the dunk contest voting. A high flyer.
And you know he really wants to perform this year. It's going to come down to the wire to see if he gets into the contest.
And as All-Star Weekend gets closer, we'll of course update you on how things are looking. But this year already promises plenty of standout performances.
Yeah, this is going to be a dunk contest you don't want to miss.
Here's Walter. Still no points. Here's Shed. Pass to Robinson. Down low. Here's Boucher. That one no good. Thompson with some nice D. Here's Sasser. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Right side Dick. Here's Boucher. And they'll get another chance. Dick gets the bucket.
Now that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Pistons trail by 11. And he lobs it up to the rim. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. The Raptors have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Pass to Dick. Shoots over Beasley. Dick with a miss. Detroit has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Beasley, that's good. Beasley's gotten his second bucket. Raptors lead by 7. Here's Walter from the arc. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. Beasley outside. Pass to Reed. Thompson outside. Picked by Reed. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Shed. No points yet. Here's Walter. Boucher with it. Defended by Thompson. And again, no good by Toronto. Pistons trail by 7. And Brent, 2 of the best athletes in the league are brothers, Asar and Amin Thompson.
These guys are absolutely off the charts in terms of their elite ability to get up off the floor. And Asar came in a little less heralded than his brother, but he might have a slight advantage in a very important category, and that's shooting the ball.
And it's Dick off the drive. Got it. Dick's got 7 points.
Nice idea by Grady Dick. I mean, he put the ball on the floor, and I think that'll open things up for him.
And it's Detroit with the ball. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. All right, time now to bring you the teams leading the league in second chance points in the past month. fourth, the Pistons.
And the energy this team plays with on the offensive glass is infectious. They simply don't give up and keep after plays, which has boded well for them.
Duran finds Harris. Cunningham outside. Beasley with a screen on quickly. Quickly against Cunningham. That shot off. Raptors lead by 9. Here's Dick. Kicks it out to Barrett. Stolen by Ivy. Beasley against Ingram. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Brent, almost your ideal shooting guard. Malik Beasley doesn't try to do too much.
The biggest thing, BA, is the turnover percentage that he's led the league in. Malik Beasley just simply doesn't give up the ball. He makes good, steady decisions, shoots the ball at a high clip. So that kind of reliability, that's what he's paid for.
Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Now here's Pirtle. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Dick. Just 5 on the clock. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Harris on the wing. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Grant, the Raptors are in the middle of a rebuild and are looking to establish an identity here.
Yeah, they've got some solid young pieces, specifically Scotty Barnes. They just need more experience and some time in order to learn what it takes to win at this level.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
And Detroit making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Now here's Quickly. He has 6. Ingram with the ball. And it's Ivy picking him up. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the tee. After years of competing for championships and winning one, Toronto is suddenly in a rebuild phase, Brent.
Yeah, they had a familiar roster for many years, and then the last couple of years a little bit underperforming, trying to find some guys to stabilize where their franchise is going. It's a bit of a reset in Toronto.
And though they've had a lot of high draft picks, Grant, the Pistons are still fitting everything together.
Yeah, and we've seen plenty of rebuilding teams go through struggles, and then suddenly everything clicks. But you have to have experience mixed in with the youth.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
You can see the focus here from R.J. Barrett. He brings a subtle intensity to his game on both ends of the floor. Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Cunningham making his mark again. He's shooting 4 for 9 in this one.
Not an easy shot at all. Cunningham seems to have it early on in his NBA career.
Ingram with the ball. Now Thompson defending. And that one's good. Ingram.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Cunningham. He's got 9. Ivy outside. Thompson outside. Cunningham on the wing. Over Quickly. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Cunningham's gotten 4 this quarter.
Capable of scoring from a lot of levels When you guard Kate Cunningham, you're going to have to make a choice. This time they chose wrong.
Toronto leading by 5. Barrett passes to Quickly. Up top, Dick. Knocked loose. Pass to Ingram. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on Harris.
Ingram adding more muscle and a little more moxie each and every year.
Toronto shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Grant.
Yeah, he scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive too.
And Brandon Ingram was the key piece of the Anthony Davis trade. That move changed his career, Brent.
No doubt about it. B.I. won the most improved player of the year in his first season away from the Lakers. So sometimes that change of scenery can open up opportunity and get you a chance to show your excellence.
Toronto's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Here's Dick. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Raptors lead by 9.
Man, Pirtle's reach sure comes in handy on the glass. He gets to that ball and attacks right away.
Harris passes to Cunningham. Ivy outside. Duran with a screen on Barrett. And here's Ivy from the arc. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Pirtle's got 9 rebounds now. Cunningham against Quickly. Outside Barrett. Pass to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
I mean, for Pirtle, the rim is right there. He just hops up to put it down.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 11. And he's going for the lob. And stolen by Barrett. And Cunningham pulls it down. Right side Ingram. Goes back up. Unable to get that one.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
A nice shot by Ivy.
It appears their offense is lacking some balance right now. Maybe too much reliance on the 3-ball.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Toronto leading by 8. A minute 39 left in the first half of this one. Pass to Pirtle, 13 feet out. Rebound Detroit. Thompson's got 7 rebounds in the game. The Pistons shooting just 37% so far in this one. Here's Duran. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
They're almost impossible to stop Duran inside. Wow. Just wow.
1:14 left to play in the second quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Manuel Quickly is the lead guard for the Raptors, and he said, I'm still learning when to be ultra-aggressive and when to get my teammates involved. The balance of it all while playing defense at a high level. It's a lot, but I'm having fun learning all of it because this is what I wanted, to be challenged. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. Free throw drops for Quickly.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Cunningham against Quickly. To the paint. Oh, a dunk and a foul! ball. A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Jakob Poeltl. And it's 6-10. Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
And that one misses. Brett, he might be a year or two away, but it's all starting to come together for Cade Cunningham.
Well, B.A., the playmaking is certainly there. His vision on the floor, knowing where his teammates are. He's picking and choosing his spots a little bit better offensively to try to dominate 6 or 8 minute sections of the game. So Cade Cunningham is continuing to grow.
Now Thompson, looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game.
And this is what makes Ivy special, his ability to finish with power at the rim.
Raptors lead by 8. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Ingram against Thompson. Ingram, the pass to Boucher. It's Barrett on the wing. Ivy defends from deep. Poeltl. That shot off the mark. Good D by Duren. Thompson with it. Pulls it from the top of the key. The shot won't fall. And so it's Toronto, finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to the half, as we first take a quick glance at the injury report from around the league.
And covering for the absence of Devin Booker is not easy. He's one of the elite shooters in the league. He spaces the floor, creates driving lanes. Now somebody else is going to have to force the defense to extend. It's going to be tough for them to score.
And now, guys, it's time to talk about that challenging first half for the Detroit Pistons.
Well, their problems start on the backboard, and it's not just a few unlucky bounces. It's an activity, Shaq.
Which is something you can fix if you want to, but I'm not seeing a lot of want to from them.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Nice game. Great performance by R.J. Barrett.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Raptors lead by 8. So for Toronto right now. Quickly and Barrett, they're the backcourt duo. Brandon Ingram out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Poeltl in at the 5 spot. Quickly, Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Ivy's shot is off. And here are the Raptors now. They've led by as many as 11. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them.
RJ's instincts are to score, and his instincts are taking over right now.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Pass to Thompson. Ivy against Barrett. Here's Duren. Rebound Toronto. And here's Quickly. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Now here's Ingram. Clock at 6. Back to Quickly. Cunningham with some nice D. Pistons trail by 10. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Thompson. Over Ingram. That one off the back iron and out.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Quickly against Cunningham. Pass to Ingram. Shoots over Thompson. The shot by Ingram, no good.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Duren with it. And he can't get that one. Oh, good D by Boucher.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Pass to Pirtle. Shoots over Thompson. The shot by Pirtle, no good.
Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
Ivy passes to Cunningham. Thompson outside. To snap the cold streak. And again, no good by Detroit.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Outside Barrett. Picked by Pirtle. Barrett passes to Boucher. He buries it from 3. Boucher's got 11.
I like that pass from Barrett, willing to do what's best for the team.
Pistons trail by 13. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for Jalen Duren.
On the board, he's had a much bigger impact these last few years than he did before that. He can be relied on now to make a difference with his rebounding, and that's a product of how hard he's worked down low.
Harris passes to Thompson. Now Cunningham launches a 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Raptors lead by 10. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Pass to Boucher from behind the arc. Duren with the rebound. The Pistons have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
As fearless as they come for a young player, Thompson going right at the defense.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good.
Hard to get young players to be energized by defense, but Asar Thompson has come into the league with that kind of junkyard dog mentality.
He does not get the second one.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Pass to Quickly. And here's Pirtle. And it's in there. Pirtle's got 6.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. 11-point game. Here's Duren. And here is Thompson, covered by Ingram. Quickly outside. Poke loose. Duren with a steal. To the middle. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Raptors lead by 9. Now here's Quickly. 10 points for him. Pass to Pirtle. Boucher, left side. Oh, stolen by Harris. And here's Cunningham outside. And the shot is good. Harris making the play. Harris has got his 3rd assist of the night.
Yeah, Cade eager but not rushed that time, just jumping at the chance for the quick shot.
Now here's Quickly. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. On the wing Quickly. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Pirtle. Outside Barrett. And again, Toronto, no good. Pistons trail by 6. And here's Ivy from the arc. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got his 6th rebound on the night. Ingram against Thompson. The shot by Ingram, no good. Detroit has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. And the call will be against Brandon Ingram. That's foul number 2 for him. Cunningham against Quickly. Here's Duren.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet. Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Now here's Ingram. He's got 6. Here's Quickly. Oh, great D that time from Harris. The Pistons trailing. And here's Ivy from the arc. Rebound by the Raptors. Pirtle's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Harris with it. Now Quickly defending. Harris passes to Thompson. Cunningham against Pirtle. Takes a 3. And it's Cunningham missing. Raptors lead by 6. Here's Barrett. 14 points for him.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. This break gives us a chance to look back on the last month and see which teams racked up the most points in transition. 5th best, the Pistons.
They've been playing at a fast pace, which plays to their strengths.
So it's Toronto now. Here's Shed. No points so far. To get back on track. In deep, Barrett drops it in.
Well, Barrett doing a good job. Defense really draped all over him on the inside, and he got creative to score there.
Beasley outside. Sasser outside. This one for 3. And Detroit another 3.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Toronto's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the 3rd. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Shed. Sasser defending. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. And here's Pirtle. Lets it go from 11. And the bucket is good. Pirtle's gotten 4 this quarter.
Smart to get Pirtle inside with the ball. The big man, so easy to get it at close range.
And here's Detroit. They're on a 15-6 run. Pass to Harris. Fades away. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Sasser outside. Harris with it. They set the pick. Inside. Out to Beasley. Now Harris. From deep. Is rebounded by Barrett.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Malik Beasley.
Well, inside, Barrett fighting twice as hard, working through that contact and trying to get a shot off.
No good on the free throw. Reed's checked in for the Pistons. That's off as well, so he misses both.
Rare sight. How often does he fail to capitalize at the line?
Beasley outside. Launches it. Rebound Toronto.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Now here's Barrett. He's got 16. To the inside. It's Beasley on the wing. Sasser up top. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound Toronto. Pirtle's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Barrett. Lays it up and banks it in. Barrett's got 6 points in the quarter.
Now, one of the keys to Barrett's game is he's got to play tough.
Here's Sasser. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
1:56 left in the third quarter.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Here's Shed. He's scoreless. Pass to Barrett. Dick with it. Deflected. 1:27 left to play in the third quarter. Here's Mobo. Shot clock at 5. Excellent D there from Reed. Pistons trail by 4.
Beasley's a guy who just hits the court hungry and ready to make an impact. He usually does that on the offensive end.
And these will be his second and third shots at the line here. That free throw, no good.
Well, Beasley has been explosive in some of the roles he's played, and with more responsibility, he's able to score a lot of points in bunches.
Fontecchio's checked in for Detroit. Hardaway comes in for Sasser. Robinson, he's checked in for Toronto. Walter comes in for Barrett. Raptors lead by 3. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. To the wing on the left. Here's Robinson. The rebound by Beasley. Pistons shooting only 30% in the third quarter. And this is his third trip to the line tonight. That free throw, no good.
Here in the second half, they've really gone cold from the line, and it's hurting their chances.
Good on the second one. There's 39 seconds left in the third. There's the drive to the middle. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Reed.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. 30 seconds left to play in the third. Fontecchio outside. Here he goes. And he banks in the layup. 6 points for him. Here's Dick. 7 points in the game. Pass to Shed. 4 seconds left. Now Robinson. They swipe it. He gets it up. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Toronto out in front, leading by 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Paul Reed is out there with Simone Fontecchio. Then it's Tim Hardaway. Then it's Malik Beasley. That's the group for Detroit right now. That gives them the lead. Boy, it's been a grinder, a back and forth all night.
Oh, 7 times the lead has changed. Neither team giving an inch.
Toronto trailing. Here's Shed. Pass to Mobo. Clock at 6. Here's Robinson with the tip. It's tipped. Now here's Fontecchio. Tight defense on him. Knocks it down from distance. And the Pistons lead by 4.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Toronto shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Now here's Dick. Pass to Walter. Back to Dick. Looking to get back on track. And it's good on the layup.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Now Hardaway. Stripped away. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Dick. Drops in the 3. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Raptors.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Now here's Hardaway. Offensive rebound. Reed. They shoot again. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Pass to Shed. Now Grady Dick. Just 4 to shoot. And he drops it in from the low post. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Beasley, pass to Reed. Here's the teardrop, and the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And Detroit making a change here. Stewart's checked in. And Toronto has possession. To the left wing. Pass to Dick. Fires for three. The rebound by Detroit. For three, Hardaway. Walter pulls it in. The Raptors have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Here's Shed. He's guarded by Beasley. Dick with it. Pass to Shed. 5 on the clock. Here's Walter. Detroit with a rebound. Reed's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Inside. Here's Beasley. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Pistons lead by 2.
You gotta love how he stuck with the play. Nice work.
Here's Shed. He's guarded by Beasley. Outside Dick. Outside Robinson. Pass to Shed. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Stewart. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. From downtown. Can't get it to fall. Now 5 of 7. The Raptors shooting just 38% here in the fourth. And it's Shed missing. The Pistons have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Beasley. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Dick. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Take a break.
And I feel like there's been an old school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective.
The first one falls. Both teams deciding to change it up. So he gets them both. Ivy with the ball. Harris outside. Cunningham on the wing. Over quickly. The bank shot, no good. The Raptors have gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter. The offensive rebound. And that misses. That would have put them up. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Now here's Harris. Over Ingram. Harris misses. And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. Outside Barrett. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Barrett's got 20 points.
The Barrett getting down low doesn't mean he can't be aggressive. He was on that play.
And here's Ivy. From 13, rebound Toronto. Hurdle's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Here's Barrett. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And it's a 4-point Toronto lead.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Now here's Cunningham. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell. Yeah, just too strong right there. Duren is so good at fighting through contact on the way up.
Thompson, he's checked in for Beasley. And Toronto also making a switch. Boucher's checked in. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And up the court come the Pistons on the break.
Oh, elite speed. Ivy will be one of the fastest young players in this league.
Toronto has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Ivy against Barrett. Quickly outside. Pass to Pirtle. Barrett against Ivy. 6 to shoot. It's deflected.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Thompson. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on Brandon Ingram.
I think I saw him at the Comedy Club on Friday night. A little improv. He's having some fun out there.
Thompson, no good on the free throw.
Their lead could be even bigger right now, but their efficiency from the line has dropped off a little.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second. It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
And he comes up with a bucket. Barrett's got 6 points in the quarter.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
The Pistons leading. Ivy outside. Thompson outside. Ivy outside. The three is rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got rebound number 7 tonight. Toronto shooting just 38% for this game so far. Pass to Pirtle. Back to Quickly. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Boucher for 3. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Like how selfless Quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
Boucher's gone 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. Lethal accuracy. Thompson, a screen on Quickly. Thompson outside. Now Harris. Covered by Boucher. Tries a 10-footer. Pirtle grabs a miss.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
The 3, Barrett. That shot off. Ivy with the defensive effort. The Pistons trailing. Here's Thompson. Second chance effort. Shoots. And it's Cunningham missing. Toronto's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Cunningham against Quickly. Boucher, no good. Detroit has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Thompson. And he rebounds again. And he hauls in his 20th rebound.
Oh, just dominating the glass. Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He told them, this is the passion I want us to play with every night. Now my question is, how are we going to finish? Are we going to be passive? Or are we going to take what's ours? Guys, back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Ingram. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. Harris finds Cunningham. Over quickly. Pirtle grabs a miss. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. Here's Ingram. Back to quickly for three. And Ivy pulls it down. Ivy's got 4 rebounds in the game. And here comes the break. Here's Cunningham. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Toronto shooting 33%. This hasn't been their quarter. And again, no good by Toronto. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Thompson. Oh, and they take the lead. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
Stepping up, Asar Thompson sensing the moment.
A minute 37 left in the fourth. Ingram against Thompson. Outside Ingram, looking to get it going. The rebound by Detroit. Thompson right side. Ivy left side, lets it go from deep. Knocks down the triple. Ivy's got 10 points here in the second half.
You have to love Ivy's energy. Playing his heart out right up until the very end.
Raptors trail by 5. Now Ingram. Boucher on the screen. To end the run, Ingram finds Boucher. Count it!
Punching it inside, attacking the heart of that defense. I love it.
56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Quickly against Cunningham. Over quickly, and he sinks it.
You gotta love what Cade Cunningham as a young star is bringing to this game.
Pirtle with a screen on Cunningham. Puts it up. Second chance shot. The shot by Pirtle, no good. And they go to the intentional foul. This is their chance to stretch the lead, Grant.
Yeah, it's a must. They have to execute and avoid the big mistake.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
And when you talk about Ivy, his explosiveness really stands out, especially when he's running the floor. That's how you protect the lead. Build it out with clutch free throws.
The three from quickly. Cunningham with some nice D. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
Ivy with the ball. Now guarded by Barrett. Oh, rejected by Pirtle.
Pirtle, a very skilled defender, using that size and length to send that one back.
And the Raptors call time here. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he does get the second one. And that puts him up 5. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. From the wing. Rebounded by the Pistons. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
He gets the first. And that increases the lead to 6. So he gets them both. And it's a 7-point game. So it's Detroit picking up the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on, but give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everybody.